Alright everybody, welcome back to the Ghostly Goose channel, and in today's video I will be talking about the Steam Deck's new verification system. Alright guys, welcome back to the actual main portion here. So before I get started, I definitely know that there will be some people who have never heard about the Steam Deck before. Hold on, let me turn on this light. Alright. So, for those people who have never heard about the Steam Deck is basically Valve's, which is a company, its own version of the Nintendo Switch, basically. It's a portable gaming PC that runs an operating system called Linux, and Linux is a very open operating system, and it's very light. Like, it's not like a very heavy operating system or anything, so it's a good choice for them. And with this, Linux games, most likely for like games on Steam, need to be ran through a compatibility layer. Right, and basically these compatibility layers make Windows like native games runnable on Linux. Right, very simple to grasp. Right, but because it is a PC game, you do have to realize that most of those games were mainly designed for keyboard and mouse and not console support. So let's say you need to enter a character's name in like a text box or something. You can use an on-screen keyboard, but then again, you also have to, like, in a way, change how you're holding it. Stuff like that, right? Simple stuff. And Valve has done like an amazing work getting this system up and running, right? It's amazing, right? It's a Ryzen chip with integrated graphics, which are decent, right? They're not the best, but they can run things pretty well in 720p, which is its resolution. So, basically, what they're implementing is a verification system. And what this does is, if a game runs flawlessly, right? You don't have to do anything extra to get it up and running. You don't have to, like, you don't have to use the keyboard at all. Anything kind of like that, it gets verified, right? It gets that green check mark. It's a very good game for the system. It's definitely something that you would want to pick up, for example. And then there's a yellow symbol with a exclamation point, and this basically means that it's okay, but you won't have maybe like the most smoothest experience. I definitely know, what game is it? Oh crap, it's Team Fortress 2. Team Fortress 2 gets this yellow check mark. You might be asking, why does TF2 get this yellow check mark? Well, basically, TF2 uses maybe like something to do with the keyboard, like typing in stuff, or something that isn't exactly designed for the Steam Deck's controls. Doable, but not specifically designed for. Therefore, it gets a little warning. So, if that's like kind of not your thing, then just don't get the game, right? There's a simple system that is very helpful, because what sucks the most is to get a game that you barely can use, right? It's not something that is very good for the consumer and for the company, because one, you're gonna have a bunch of angry consumers complaining about games that they can't play but have bought, which is never good. And on the second hand, you're gonna have like people angry at the actual like game company and stuff like that, because they didn't make support for the Steam Deck. It's just not good, right? It's not a good situation. People are gonna be mad. It's just not good. So yeah, it's a very simple solution to a problem that could have been a really big problem and really put Valve in big trouble. But with this, you also raise a question, as Valve's goal was to have every single game playable, right? Not running super well, but at least playable, right? This verification system makes things playable, or notifies you when things are playable. Obviously, there are like games like VR games, Stop One that comes to my head, and maybe a few others that you can't play. But as for all native PC games, they will be playable. And I think at one point in time, there will be a day where we have almost every single game with that green check mark. Alright? And what is this goal for Valve? They want to have everything on a green check mark. Because this would be, think about this, this would be revolutionary for both Linux gaming and portable gaming and just everything as a whole, right? It would make Steam OS an actual, almost viable operating system, right? It's something that is so simple, such a simple fix, yet it changes the whole landscape. So yeah, that's really my thoughts on this whole verification thing on the Steam Deck. Very simple, but a very viable solution. Could they have done better? Yes, they probably could have made it like maybe an extra tier for you can run it, but like you can boot into it, but it just doesn't work. As in like an unplayable, but you might need to like install a mod for it. A very, very niche category and isn't something that really needs to be added, but would semi be nice. Because I know for the older Grand Theft Auto games, I've heard that they're kind of hard to get running on PC. So, yeah, stuff like that would be nice. But other than that, I mean, Valve is doing an incredible job getting this, opened for the public. I don't think they thought this would be a very popular system, but as for fan feedback, I mean, everything is going really well, which is always very nice to see. Because, I mean, it's a very revolutionary system that I feel like will be something that we look back on as an incredible system that, will be timeless in a way. I feel this will be updated with multiple, generations, and this will be a good console. So, yeah, that's what I think. If you have any differing opinions, I would love to hear about them in the comments down below. But yeah, without further ado, I just said without further ado. Without further ado, see you guys later.